Hey, what's up, guys? Here to show you my bike. I finally got it done today. Um, just gonna make a quick video. Might not be too quick. Show you everything I did, which is gonna be a lot. So I'm probably gonna be saying the word a lot. I'll try to remember everything. Starting with the bike itself. It's a '69 Schwinn Stingray. The only thing that's original is the frame, which I left alone, and the handlebars, which I kept because they're comfortable. Uh, I recently made the new fork, which you guys might have seen. Full suspension, as far as I believe it's called like a H style or something like that. Kind of comes from the old leaf springs. Works pretty good. It's a little tight right now, but when it gets broken in, it'll be probably right on. It's pretty beefy because everything I had laying around is pretty beefy. Um, just slapped it together out of some stuff I had here. Put a speedometer on, which is this thing. Works worth a shit. It's from like '70s, I think, or something. Bought it from a guy at a bike shop. Uh, Ended up putting this little headlight on. It's a LED, so it's pretty bright. Not that I'll ever use it, but it looks cool. Tool bag came off of the bike when it was done up last time. It actually kind of matches now, and I actually have a use for it. Um, as far as the engine goes, I bought it as a kit. It's made for 26 or 24-inch bikes. This is a 20-inch bike, so with that in mind, everything's either touching or tight or really close, but that's the way we like it. Um, the engine itself is a 66cc. The reason I painted 49 on there is to keep the cops off of me. Hopefully it works, but either way, I did a two-stroke on the other side here. Got to represent prop. It does have a hand clutch, so that's pretty sweet. You can actually pop wheelies with it. Um, Starting with the engine, it was all aluminum. Nothing was finished, so I ended up just shooting it with some black engine paint, make it match a little better. When I bought the kit, I did buy this head, which happens to be a high compression head. The only reason I bought it though is because it's so short. The original head was probably about that tall, so there was no way in how it was going to fit. I actually even had to cut one of these fins off the top back here. But she works, everything's free. Whatever else is just touching. It's pretty tight, but that's what you get. It looks nice, it fills up that compartment real well. On the bigger bikes, it looks pretty small and chintzy and not a good fit, so this actually has a good look. I did make this whole tube setup deal for the coil and the kill switch box. I ended up mounting it to the frame with a water bottle mount that I had laying around from one of my old bikes. I actually have the bottle mount on the back of this one. On the pad for the seat that I made a long time ago. Let's see, on this side I built the exhaust. You can kind of see here. It's all Schedule 40 pipe, whatever bends and crap I had laying around. I just made it work. It's all crazy heavy, but it does the trick. This is the stock tune pipe. Kept that for obvious reasons. I coated the whole thing externally with exhaust coating, and then I painted it black, and then I wrapped all this just to keep my tire nice and cold. And it's actually touching a little bit, but I can grab a hold of this while it's running, and it's really effective. I ended up putting two silencers on to try to quiet the exhaust down. All that did for me was give me a deeper tone. And if you might know, deeper tones travel farther, so this thing's actually louder technically. Still sounds like a weed eater, so it's alright. The tank is the original tank. I ended up beating the crap out of it and doing a little bit of modification. I was gonna re-weld it flush, but welding 24 gauge Chinese steel is not fun or easy, so I did enough just to fix it, and then I ended up grinding down all these fins. which are just huge and gaudy. Then I put a couple good dings in her. Sorry for that camera view. Ended up painting it to kind of make it look to match the frame. It does the trick when you're going past that 40 miles an hour. So I'm good enough with that without spending 10 more hours on it. I had to do some pretty extensive modifications to this down tube. This is all stock, but I needed to add another one of these up here, and then I needed to make it removable. So there's a lot going on within this little area that you can't see, but it works, and I feel confident with the safety. This is all something I made a long time ago when I first got this bike. The suspension you can actually get for the old crate bikes. The only thing is the tube comes up to here, and I needed a sissy bar, so I made that one, and then made it work. As far as on this side, I did the intake. That stock one came out right here, carburetor sat here, so it was all up in my way. Moved it up under the seat, works really good. Still have access to the choke and everything. All the wiring's just zip tied, all the cables are just zip tied because it's a chopper, we keep it that way. I remade the kickstand. It used to be a huge logging chain that I actually had to cut the backs of the links off of because it weighed so much. It ended up falling down all the time. So this is quite a bit lighter. It's pretty chintzy, so it barely holds the bike up, but it works if you're on flat ground. As far as any more major modifications, there's not much. I added a mirror, just so I can find out when Officer Steve is behind me. Speedometer I told you about. Put this brake line on from my S10 ABS system. It's all stainless, so it won't rust. I need to trim it yet. It works just fine, but I'm getting picky. As far as the regular stuff, it still pedals, works as a bicycle. You just pop the clutch and starts up the engine, and then off you go. Once she's broken in and tuned right, and I got everything set, and I feel confident that the frame isn't gonna break in half, I'll probably get her up to 40 or so, and then be happy with that. If I need to do anything more or less, I can just swap out the back sprocket for something bigger, smaller, and change my top speed / acceleration with that. Other than that, it's done. I'm not going to start it for you because I had it running a lot today. I probably pissed off my neighbors enough. But it's fun to drive. Everybody should get one or pay me a lot of money to build them one. If you got any questions, let me know. But I think I covered everything, so we'll see you later. Bye.